The secret of the box. Carmen was a reclusive woman, living alone in an old Victorian house on the outskirts of the city. The house, with its Gothic structure, was as somber as her past. Carmen rarely received visitors, and the few who knew her avoided asking about her personal life. However, everything changed when her young niece, Rose, decided to visit her after many years of estrangement. Rose was a curious and adventurous young woman. She remembered Carmen as a distant figure from her childhood, always shrouded in mystery. Upon arriving at her aunt's house, Rose was greeted with a mix of surprise and hesitation. Carmen, although polite, seemed nervous about her niece's presence. The visit started off calmly, with conversations about life and memories of the past. However, Rose's curiosity led her to explore the house. In a moment when Carmen was busy in the kitchen, Rose noticed a slightly open door leading to the attic. Curiosity got the better of her, and she climbed the creaky stairs. The attic was full of antiques and relics covered in dust. Among old boxes and furniture, something caught Rose's attention. A large wooden box, carefully sealed. With some effort, she managed to open the lid and was surprised to find an extremely realistic wax doll. The doll had incredibly detailed features, almost as if it were a miniature person. Intrigued and a little frightened, Rose went down from the attic and mentioned the doll to Carmen. Immediately, her aunt's face changed. Carmen became strangely nervous and irritated, ordering Rose never to go up to the attic again and to forget what she had seen. Carmen's disproportionate reaction only heightened Rose's curiosity. That night, while Carmen slept, Rose decided to investigate further. She returned to the attic and examined the wax doll more closely. She noticed something written at the base of the doll, covered by a layer of dust. Upon cleaning it, she revealed a Latin inscription she couldn't understand. Determined to find out the meaning, Rose took a photo and researched it online, discovering that the inscription meant imprisoned in eternity. In the following days, Rose noticed that Carmen was becoming increasingly agitated and paranoid. During a visit to the local library, she found old newspapers and documents that spoke about a series of disappearances in the city, which had occurred decades ago. One name in particular caught her attention: Julian, a talented wax sculptor who had mysteriously disappeared. Over time, Rose managed to piece the puzzle together. Julian was a brilliant artist and Carmen's lover. He was married and, despite promising eternal love to Carmen, would never leave his wife. When Carmen confronted Julian about his unfulfilled promises, he revealed that he would never leave his wife for her. Desperate and heartbroken, Carmen resorted to dark practices for revenge. Using an ancient spell, she imprisoned Julian's soul inside a wax doll, keeping it hidden in the attic all these years. When Rose confronted Carmen with what she had discovered, she saw tears in her aunt's eyes for the first time. Carmen admitted the truth, explaining how she was forced to take extreme measures because of Julian's betrayal and how it had haunted her ever since. She explained that the doll had to remain hidden, as releasing Julian's soul could have terrible consequences. Rose, though shocked, felt compassion for her aunt. Together, they decided to burn the doll, hoping that it would bring peace to both Julian and Carmen. As they performed the act, they felt a dark presence manifest in the house. It was Julian's spirit, enraged and seeking vengeance. As Julian's spirit advanced towards Carmen, Rose stepped in its path, trying to quell Julian's fury. But with a gust of breath, the spirit threw Rose against the wall, leaving her unconscious. Standing before Carmen, the spirit asked, "Why did you do this to me?" Carmen, falling to her knees before the spirit, simply replied, "It was for love," and closed her eyes, expecting to be punished for the wrong she had done. At that moment, Julian's spirit dissipated into the air and disappeared, and a silence fell over the entire house. After her niece regained consciousness, and with the doll destroyed, Carmen began to recover her peace of mind. The relationship between aunt and niece strengthened, and the once ominous house started to seem less threatening. In the end, Rose discovered not only a terrible secret but also the strength of her aunt to face her own demons.